saying that Joel, I guess he suffered a heart attack, and then when he came home, he started to exercise a little bit, but he was working so hard. He was answering 100 letters a day, and I guess he said in the end, you know, take care of the body. And I guess I just question. I'm just curious. What is your take about what is a law for the body and what is not? Or that's not even a question, but...
No, I hear what you're saying, and, you know, I've been listening to the 56 work, and what he's really stressing in the 56 work is that this is not an absolute teaching. If the infinite way were an absolute teaching, then that statement would be nonsense. But what he's saying is that if it were nonsense that you need to take care of your body, which it really is, there's nothing that has power over your body, why should you have to take care of your body? I mean, look at St. Teresa, survived for 30 years on one wafer of Holy Host every day. You know, that's all she ate. You know, she did not eat any food except one of these little communion wafers every day for 30 years. So, you know, there's a demonstration. But the fact is that if we were at that level of consciousness, we would not be listening to Joel and doing this work. So the infinite way is not an absolute teaching. And the fact is that there's 6 billion people believing all this stuff about the body. And so the default is, you know, take care of your body. Robert also said that. He said, you know, do the minimal stuff. He said, you know, don't get focused on it, but, you know, do the minimum stuff necessary to keep your body clean and healthy. And we also have Barbara's teaching, you know, that the fundamentals that we build this consciousness on is rest, nutrition, and exercise. So, and we all have that experience. When we're tired, we're a lot less holy than when we're fresh, and when we're sick, we're a lot less holy than when we're healthy. So we all have the experience that physical stuff does affect us. What the reality is that it affects us maybe 20% as much as it affects the rest of the world. But we're just not free of it because of this universal malpractice that he's talking about tonight that's continually leaning upon us, you know? Probably we get less sick if we're up in the mountains than we would in the thickness of the city because of the density of the malpractice, you know. But yeah, it's a real, there's quotes around the word real, but it's a real effect in life to the extent that we're not absolutely, totally 24/7, 52 transcendental. So that's my take on it. Joel had a heart problem.
That's clear for me, because that goes right along with the teaching tonight when he talks about the barrier.
Yep.
The belief in 2 powers, good and evil being the barrier. And so when you made the example of the host, I get that.
See, and that's what she believed, by the way, which is why, you know, she had undoubtedly some very high revelation about that, but that's what she believed. And so, you know, maybe that was a mental malpractice, positive mental malpractice, you know? Who knows? You know, she believed enough that the host would provide for her that it did. You know, we don't know whether she was transcendental or not. The fact is that that's the way this world seems to work. And it's a lie. You know, it's all a lie. But the fact that we're still here playing this game and listening to these tapes and reading these books and stuff indicates that that we're not transcendent of it. You know, when Jesus finally, who was one of the very rare, very high people, when he finally said, "I have overcome this world," you know, none of us can say that yet completely. We all have moments of overcoming the world. We all have our high moments, but none of us have overcome the world. So where no detail of it has any power over us, even the ones that we're not aware of, you know, that come in subliminally. That's pretty high. So it's a practical matter as far as I'm concerned, which so much of this work is a practical matter. In fact, Joel, judging by Lorraine's book on Joel, when Joel left his body, the effective thing, the symptom that was happening at the time was heart trouble again. So he, so to speak, died of a heart problem. His heart apparently got erratic and stopped beating, and he finally told the doctor, forget about it, and left. They were keeping bringing him back, and he finally said, the hell with it, and left. Sure. Well, I think we're done with the 59 work. Next week, I will send out an email tomorrow to everybody on the mailing list, by the way, so we all know. We're going to switch into a new mode, and the time is going to change. The door opens at 7 o'clock, and meditation will be from 7:15 to 7:30, and then we'll probably talk and work for an hour, and we'll go longer if we need to, but it doesn't look like we'll need to particularly. And the way I see it now, and this may change, but I see it at least for the rest of July and for August, that what we'll do is deal with any questions that people have or regarding truth, the truth teaching, the pointing at the moon stuff, all of that kind of stuff, the stuff we've done from this healing, practice questions, script questions, kid questions, practice questions, any sort of questions or any sort of thing that you want to discuss or get clarity on, because we're trying some new forms of kid work and trying to get some of the kid work done, and feel like we should make sure that the truth that's necessary to correct the false beliefs that underlie the script and the kid is available. So, President, it would be a very reasonable thing to do to come on Monday night and say what your script is and ask what the truth is, or talk about what the truth is about that and what you need to teach the kid and how to teach the kid what the truth is about this and how to, correct the false belief, because part of the problem is re-educating ourselves about this belief at a very deep level. So that's the kind of thing it will be, and sometimes I may want to, it may come to me that we need to get some clarity on a particular point. I might play 10 minutes out of a Joel tape or something like that, or have a few words to say at the start. At teaching, there may be some 10 or 15 minutes worth of teaching now and again, although I don't have anything in mind that I want to teach at this point, but there may be some teaching or a little clips from tapes from who knows whatever. But primarily the focus will be to make sure we know the truth that we need to know in order to put down these lies. Because So that's what I see as happening. So the door will open at 7, and the meditation will be at 7:15 to 7:30. I'll connect to the conference call around 10 after 7, and that's what we'll do. Or not.
That's starting next Monday?
Yep, starting next Monday. I'll send out an email tomorrow, and I'll remind the script and kids class, especially because it's a really good place for them to come do work if you want to on anything specific. Because in the script class typically there's the kid class typically there's like 5 minutes of work you can do there, but here I I think we're, if anybody wants to talk about something, we can talk about it until you're done with it, then we'll move on to the next one, I mean, let's work and get clear about whatever we want to get clear about. It could be work situations or any situation where we need to know the truth. Or questions about practice. Okay, thanks for coming. See you then, I hope. Love you all.